The 11th chapter of the book of Genesis narrates a compelling tale of human ambition and divine intervention, known as the story of the Tower of Babel. After the Great Flood, humanity, unified by a single language, migrated eastward and settled in the land of Shinar. Driven by a desire for unity, fame, and perhaps even a misguided attempt to reach the heavens, they embarked on an ambitious project, the construction of a towering city with a ziggurat that would reach the sky. This act of hubris did not go unnoticed by God, who saw in their endeavor a prideful attempt to usurp his authority and establish human dominance. In response, God disrupted their plans by confusing their languages, making it impossible for them to understand one another. The resulting chaos halted the construction of the tower and scattered the people across the earth, leading to the emergence of different languages and cultures. The story of the Tower of Babel serves as a powerful reminder of the limitations of human ambition when it is not aligned with divine will. The story of the Tower of Babel holds a significant place within the broader biblical narrative. It serves as a bridge between the primeval history of Genesis 1-11 and the patriarchal narratives that follow. The event at Babel explains the origin of linguistic and cultural diversity, a key characteristic of the world we live in. It also introduces the theme of human sin and its consequences, a theme that runs throughout the Bible. Babel represents a pivotal moment where humanity, originally created in God's image and entrusted with the care of creation, chooses to disobey and forge its own path. This act of rebellion results in a separation from God and from each other. The scattering of the people and the confusion of languages symbolize the fracturing of human unity and the beginning of conflict and misunderstanding. The story of Babel sets the stage for the rest of the biblical narrative, which unfolds against a backdrop of human brokenness and God's redemptive plan. The biblical text introduces Nimrod, a descendant of Noah, in Genesis 10, verses 8-10. He is described as a mighty hunter before the Lord and the founder of a powerful kingdom that included Babel. The text states that the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, suggesting a possible connection between Nimrod and the tower's construction. However, the Bible does not explicitly state that Nimrod ordered or oversaw the building of the tower. This ambiguity has led to much debate among scholars about Nimrod's role in the Babel event. Some argue that his mention in close proximity to the Tower of Babel narrative is merely a geographical association, highlighting Babel as the starting point of his kingdom. Others, citing extra-biblical traditions and interpretations, propose that Nimrod was the driving force behind the tower's construction, embodying the very spirit of human pride and rebellion against God that the story embodies. Whether or not Nimrod played a direct role in the building of the tower, his association with Babel in the biblical text has cemented his image as a symbol of human ambition and the pursuit of power. The story of the Tower of Babel offers profound theological and moral lessons that continue to resonate thousands of years after it was first told. At its core, the story highlights the dangers of pride and the human tendency toward rebellion against God. The people of Babel, in their arrogance, sought to build a tower that would reach the heavens, a symbolic attempt to elevate themselves to the status of God. Their ambition was not inherently wrong, it was their motivation, the desire for self-glory, and the rejection of God's sovereignty, that led to their downfall. The story also serves as a cautionary tale about the limits of human endeavor when pursued without divine guidance and blessing. The people of Babel were united in their purpose and possessed the skills and resources to undertake such a monumental project. However, their efforts were ultimately futile because they failed to acknowledge their dependence on God and sought to achieve their goals through their own strength and ingenuity. The Tower of Babel stands as a timeless reminder that true success and fulfillment come from aligning our aspirations with God's will and seeking His guidance in all that we do.